You know, they say the tree does not fall on the one who is not there, translating from my mother tongue, so that you're here, that this tree will fall on you, which is a good thing. So Professor Kiraka, she's stepped out, and the rest of the faculty and the rest of the team, all protocols observed, good afternoon. I am Warenga Kibe. I am from the USAID Kenya Investment Mechanism. So we speak investments. I'm not alone, I'm with some of my colleagues. So I'll ask George to stand, at least say hello. I don't know whether someone else is there. Yes, we are in the tents there, so my team is there. So I'm not new to Strathmore. I have a long history here. When I was younger, I thought I would be a programmer. So I came and was one of the earlier people who did a course called IDPM. Then it was called EMIS. It was a data processing course. But I tracked off from programming, and I am in the financial sector. I also have taught here as a part-time faculty in small enterprise development under Professor Kiraka. I was a part-timer for 6 years, from about 2006. So when I come for any meeting here, I have an emotional connection to the university. So I'm glad to be standing here in front of you. So I had a presentation. If they will put it up, I will use it, and I will not take a long time. Okay, so I said that we mobilize investments as they look for it. I can just speak from my notes. So what does the Kenya Investment Mechanism do? So I went to the tents, and I'll just use as an example from what I found out there. So there was a company, now this is Graco, they gave me the bag, but they have a painter's kit. I hope you go to that tent. There's a painter's kit, a toolkit that costs $250. And if you're a painter, they can give you that startup kit at $250, and you go run your business, pay over time. They support you even in advisory, they train you, and you have a startup kit. I thought that was very interesting, and it is there. So what does the Kenya Investment Mechanism do? I'll come back to the painter's kit. The Kenya Investment Mechanism is a USAID-funded project that supports the market system to be sustainable in terms of mobilizing finance. If you're a business person here and you've tried to get a loan and was denied, you're in business, have tried to get a loan, was denied, raise up your hands, I see you. Raise it confidently, it was denied after all. So we come to a market where you have a lot of these funds. You know, banks are liquid, and there are other kinds of funds. There are venture funds, there are impact funds. There are funds here looking for a good deal, a good business. There's a business here working so hard but needs help to be attractive. On this other hand, are business service providers that can help you with advisory support you legal, support you, you know, all the things you need to attract financing. So we sit here as a market catalyst. We don't do the work, and support to bring this together so that you as a business get support from the business service provider who makes you attractive and gets you to a financier. And when you get financing, we sign off, and the business service provider gets an incentive. So we are an incentive program. I think they never found my thing. So we are working with 22 financial institutions, and we are working with 42 business advisors. Who are business advisors? Again, right from the tent, I went and saw someone called the SME Club, CMA Advocates. So they told me the difference between them and others, they're a legal firm, is that theirs is an online package. You have packages, and for a month, you can subscribe to them, and they service you online for your business. I'm not marketing any of these companies. I'm just saying they're an example of who we work with. So this is a business. They have a real model because they are going to to support a value chain of youth who want painting equipment. And this is a service provider, though legal. There are many other types of service providers. So these are the kind of people we work with. So incentivize the service provider to ensure that a business like this, that is able to scale and really have impact on the ground, has the financing they need. So I asked the man there, so if you want to buy more equipment and get a bigger chain of youth, where do you get your financing from? Well, he didn't really tell me, but he told me that's why I need you. Yes. So our work is to ensure, because of his model, we like it. It's a model that you can see that transform. We ensure that when he needs financing for scaling, he's able to get an investor or a financier that helps him scale and get business moving. So I hope I have made it very clear right from my exhibition what we do. So that is the Kenya investment mechanism. So what's different about our model is that we give incentives. We are saying that business service providers, you're an accounting firm, you're a transaction advisor, you're a legal firm. We want you to offer your service in such a way that next time we ask who has been rejected by a financier, you have less hands. Why? Because as a business service provider, I came to you, looked at you, I have the mind of the financier, I know what the financier needs, and I prepared you, I prepped you, I made your records proper, your business plans, that you are able to attract it and you get your financing. And then we give the incentives. So that's what the USAID Kenya mechanism does. So we work in agriculture, we work in health, we work in wash, we work in nutrition, especially sectors that really we need to drive financing there. And if they are risky, we also develop support through the linkage with guarantee schemes, because they are guarantees that help to share the risk. So that is one side of business service providers. How do you link with us? We are closing the project. We've been there for we are a 5-year project. We in our last years have met our targets, we are closing, but we don't know about the future. So we put out a call for business service providers who are interested in raising capital for businesses. They come on board, they tell us what they have to offer, and then we can sign a contract and give you an incentive, not because of your effort, but because the SME got financing. We give you an incentive based on that. And if you're a financial service provider, oh, it came. So I think just keep turning the slides and I'll tell you where I am. Just continue, I'm about to finish. There. On the supply side, you're a financier, you're a bank, you have equity, you have debt. We also say we need financing going to wash. We need financing in certain counties that are difficult. If you go there, we can help to de-risk, but we'll also give you an incentive based on the amount of money that you invest in the businesses there. Keep going. So that's what we do. So our incentive model is supposed to do something called building trust. Because we want, in the end, we want to leave a market where business knows, when I want financing from a certain firm, I can quickly in my mind pick a business service provider and say, this kind can help me get the financing that I need. So we want, in the end, that the business service providers have somebody who will pay. The issue is who does, who pays. If you bring such value to the financial institutions, even if they are banks are looking for good. Banks want to disburse loans, and they're looking for good, credible businesses. So if you have business service providers that are able to keep bringing a flow and a pipeline to banks that can get financing, then our theories in the end is that business service providers will have willing financial institutions who will pay them. On the other hand, if I am I'm an SME, and I'm able to be helped so much by these business service providers, in the end, we hope that you will pay the business service provider. So we want to leave a market that's linked, a market that's trusted, that trusts each other, so that financing flows. Keep going. So if you see some of our results are like that, amazing that I can't see from here, so you let me get my own presentation from here. So you will see that the program has been able to raise almost 520 million USD in the period of 4 years. And this amount of money, we have money that has gone to youth-based enterprises, 14 million, money that has gone to women, 58 million, money that has come through strategic partnerships. What are strategic partnerships? These are companies that are having real impact on the ground. It can be a company that's setting fish farms in a county. We want to ensure if you have such a model that talks to nutrition, talks to smallholder farmers, increases jobs, that when you want to scale up, financing is not your issue. So we provide the linkages. Someone like this one who has a model for paint kits, if they want to expand, we don't want them stopped by I could not be financed. We get the business service provider who works with you and links you. Because for us in the end, we want jobs. And jobs flow because of good ideas and thoughts and the ability to scale. So that's one side. On the other side, we work on policy. We work with the counties. We have been supporting the counties on their investment policies. Last week, I was just telling Dr. James, we were with the Isiolo County. We have done their trade and investments bill. Just how do they conduct trades? How do they work with their trades and markets in Isiolo? Those are the things. Your investment policies, if you want to set up, whatever you want to set up as a county, we want to support you to give you an investment lens and to build your capacity to know how to speak with investors who are interested. So I may sound like we are working with very big farms, we are working with bigger farms, but because of the effect of those bigger farms in job creation within the counties that we work with. So that is the model. With Strathmore, if you move to the next one, we have also, just continue moving, I've talked a lot there. We have a partnership with Strathmore on women economic empowerment. So we bring our women here, a 1 week intensive. They are trained on your business planning, marketing, and on pitching. How do you present your case to an interested financier? So they are trained, and then they practice with the faculty, and then we invite banks to sit here and listen to them. And some of these women have walked away with financing from those pitching sessions. So that's the exciting work we have been doing. There's an application that is on as we speak, and it closes on the 28th of November. So if you're a woman in enterprise, or you know somebody, let them register. There are real benefits. Another thing we do is exposure. We ensure that if you're in business, we expose you not only to American companies, but make sure that you're able to hear about, like even coming here and going to the exhibition, that's part of exhibitions and seminars and networking. That's a key part of business because it's in talking that you get your next deal. So those are some of the things that we do as USAID Kenya Investment Mechanism. And why are we here? Because we have a partnership with Strathmore on empowering the women entrepreneurs. And also we are hoping that in the future we'll be able to support business advisory service providers. So business advisory service providers are categorized. There are those that are already registered with the capital markets. There are the smaller ones that have 1 or 2 employees. There's also the briefcase one. It is you. Wherever you see me, you have seen the office, you're still important. So we want to develop a program where you grow. If you're doing a small deal of 5,000 USD today, that in the next 3 years, you're able to do bigger deals of even 25, 100,000. Because the key thing, and I like what I had in this conference, these 2 days, the issue sometimes is not money. The issue is your ability to attract it because it is there. Your ability to ensure your business is run in such a way that you're attractive to a financier. And that's a key thing of what we do. So I'll stop there, and that's what Kim does. And thank you for giving us the opportunity. The program is closing, as I said, but you never know in future. The goodness with USAID programs is that initiatives like this continue with other programs. But if in any case there could be an extension or there is any opportunity, we do calls for those that are interested to participate with us. So that's our website. If you go to the last slide, where you can contact us, Kenya Invest, and you can get to know more about us. So thank you, and thank you for your time and being patient to the end of the conference. Asante.